All right, we're back. It's Live Action Fitness with me, Coach Jason. I'm here with
I'm Charles.
Charles.
Coach Charles.
All right. So it's week 1 of summer camp. We've just started a brand new campaign, finished up our second day here. We wanted to give you a little bit of a behind the scenes look at everything that's going on week 1 of summer camp. So Charles, tell us what we've been doing.
All right. Well, we have started a nautical campaign with our group. A number of ships have been going missing, and the players were asked to investigate. And during their first initial trip to where they thought the ships were going missing, they were attacked by a giant watery kraken that was completely made out of water. They narrowly escaped using their new ship's special capabilities to basically propel themselves out of the tentacles of this monster.
Tell them about the ship, though. This is the coolest part.
Ship
So
is
we're on our
cool.
own ship.
This is a ship that I created called the Serpent Spear. It is a fully armored ship with ballistas, and even has a magical cannon that shoots out of the head of the ship, which is a giant serpent's head.
Yeah.
And using that cannon, they were able to propel themselves backwards, getting out of danger, and finishing that amazing fight. Which then they were able to get to this location, which was a giant shipwreck graveyard. In their initial exploration, they saw a number of weird things. They saw some like bodies over here. They saw a number of dormant zombies over here. They decided to kind of explore this area. Where they discovered these like these magical barrels that were siphoning blood and repairing one of the ships. They came over here, they fought a couple cultists, where they found out a little bit more about what was happening, where these fish folk cultists are trying to control sea monsters and take over the seas. Because if you control the seas, you can control the world. So they found out that. Then one of the players kind of went over here and accidentally ran into a zombie that set on fire and started burning down the ship.
Yeah. And not sorry to interrupt, but this is also, you're talking about 2 different ships that have been smashed together in a kind of double shipwreck.
Exactly.
So there's 2 halves of both ships, and both ships are together. So it's all this territory for them to explore.
Exactly. There's tons of rooms. There are 20 plus rooms to explore in these 2 ships. And then 2 of our players that joined us today, we got them started by having them be prisoners on the ship, and they had to escape and join the rest of the party. So they kind of started over here. They fought a number of zombies. They actually destroyed the entirety of that little prison, and broke through to another wall where they ran into some animated armor, where I think one of our players actually defeated the armor and is now wearing it.
Yep. Awesome. Upgrade.
And got a cool little upgrade. And then the last thing they kind of discovered was they came back to this really cool cave area where they found the general that has been turning everybody in this area into undead. And we'll find out what happens next time.
Exactly. So there was a lot going on. All over this shipwrecked area. Even one of the other players kind of snuck around, separating himself from some of the combat, and discovered secret maps.
A little map
in one of the other locations, which is one of the biggest clues they've gotten so far as to what's going on with the missing ships. So really important as far as advancing the plot. Also, they got some experience points for some of their teamwork.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone got experience points for some good role play where they're getting into character. So it was a lot of action, a lot of fun. Now, we'll also talk a little bit about the movement mini games, as we use that to get everyone started, have fun in our other room. So did a lot of games with balloon battle to start with. So we've done PvP, like a kind of battle royale. So everybody gets a balloon. You have to juggle your balloon and don't get knocked out. So you're knocked out. If your balloon hits the floor, you're knocked out. So you would have a balloon, I have a balloon, I try to hit yours, right? So we're fighting, but how do you got to go on offense while keeping your balloon alive, afloat. So a really fun way to just get everyone moving. Minimal rules, just everybody, you get a balloon, keep the balloon up, and we're ready to go. You don't even have to worry about a time limit. You just see it's kind of like a king of the hill situation, like a last guy standing.
Balloon hit the ground.
Right? Then we had a version where I had 1 minute, everyone else had a balloon, and I had to try to spike and get everyone else out of the game
That got crazy.
in less than 1 minute.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, even more crazy, where you just have one guy going on offense and everyone else is trying to survive for 1 minute. So lots of different variations, lots of different ways to play that game. We also did our shapeshifter game. So I used our Harry Potter wand, started casting some shape-shifting spells on everyone, just using a lot of classic animal movements and yoga poses, so turning you into a cobra, turning you into a dog, like downward facing dog, dead bug, bird dog, or even a tree, Venus flytrap. So you can get everyone to do the same move or pick individuals and just keep them moving and learning something new at the same time. A lot of them are like, what is a Venus flytrap? I've never done that before. It's a little bit of a learning opportunity, but we're just doing it as part of a game. So it's all just part of the game. And then as they play these games, they earn extra gold coins, which they get to bring back to the table and use when we're back here in our combat. And they can go shopping. They can do lots of things with those gold coins that they earn from the movement games. So you mentioned there were a lot of undead happening today.
Right?
A lot of undead. A lot of like ghouls and zombies, that kind of thing. Even one of the players is doing a vampire thing. So
we got a vampire, and we even had a necromancer on the team today.
So very strong undead theme. So we brought out our Raise the Dead minigame. Okay, so we've got other YouTube videos where we're actually playing the game. If you want to check out the demos, we have a whole playlist for that. So you got one dead guy laying down on the ground, and they have to rise up to their feet before time runs out. If you get up to your feet, you get a point. You see how many points you can score in 1 minute. What's the catch? The other players, one or two people, are trying to keep you down. Okay, so they just kind of dogpile on top of you while you're like trying to stand up and trying to roll them, get off of me. They grab your legs, they jump on your back. It's all sorts of fun mayhem. So we did a lot of battles of that. Everybody was really getting into it, wanting to take extra turns, wanting to go, can I get around on top? Can I go again? Can I try being on the bottom? Can we do 2-on-1? Can I go against the coach?
So they really didn't want to stop that one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we actually were like, guys, we got to go back to the game. Like, we're running out of time. Like, it was wild. Tons of fun. One of my favorite games. Last little game that I want to shout out. Coach Bungie, one of our other LAF game masters, came up with this one. We were doing a pirate campaign that he was running, and it's called Boarding Party. So, you got to get your guys together. You're trying to board someone else's ship to take it over. So it's a very simple game. I was on offense the whole time, actually. I did a whole bunch I fought all the kids. Okay, but we paired up. So it was me versus two of the kids at a time. So we took turns teaming the kids up for this one. And I'm in one corner of the room, and on the opposite corner of the room, there's a Bosu. Right? So if you don't know, it's basically a yoga ball cut in half. Right? So yoga ball cut in half, that's just my target. I have 1 minute. You all right? You're running the clock.
Yeah.
I gotta go. I have to just reach for the Bosu, and they have to physically block me from reaching the Bosu. So they're trying to stop me from boarding the ship, right? If I touch it, I get a point. I'm on the ship, and I restart, go as many times as possible. That one also got pretty wild and fun. As some of the guys, they sort of block you, or they try to grab you, or they try to bring you down, and then you have to fight. You have to get back up. You try to reach. Another really simple mini game that gets people moving and having fun really fast. So it was a really great time. Now we're, this is 2 days in so far for the new campaign. So we got 3 days to go. And so I'm really looking forward to learning more of these secrets and what's going on behind the scenes.
You're going to learn a lot tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Exactly. So stay tuned, and we'll catch you next time.
All right.
Peace out.